Ready to go.
All right. So, hi, everybody. I'm Jessie, and I want to thank Sharon and Janice so much for nominating me to do this. But no, I do, and I'm not tooting my horn, but I mean, I work 3 businesses, babysit my granddaughter, I'm going to school, and keep a clean house, and everything's up to date. You know, no, nothing's lagging behind, no laundry needs to be done, and I can attribute all of that to time management. And I do need a planner that has times blocked in so that everything in my life gets scheduled, no matter, it's a non-negotiable, whether it be go to the post office, do laundry, go to the grocery store, go to the gym, everything has a time slot. So for those of you who are, your life might look a little similar or perhaps a little bit different, but if you do have, like some of you work outside the home, or perhaps, you know, you have a fulfilled life, hairdressing, whatever the case is, you want to look at your planner and say, okay, what are the non-negotiables in my life? It's not like I can't go to work today. So block off in your planner the non-negotiables that you have to do it no matter what. And then working this business is all about working it in snippets of time. So finding those 15-minute increments. I know that Kelly Calabrese said finding 90 minutes. Well, in the real world, for a lot of us on this call, it would probably be a challenge to find 90 minutes. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. When she said 90 minutes, I was like, I'm into my focus 15s because that 90 minutes doesn't work.
Yep. So set a timer, work in 15-minute increments. No distractions whatsoever. I think we can all find perhaps 4 15-minute increments, at least 4, throughout the course of our day, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So how do I keep all this information organized? And I am a paper person. So you first need to ask yourself, are you paper or are you electronic? I've seen too many instances in my lifetimes where people have dropped their phones, batteries have fallen out, and they've lost all their information. And that thought just makes me cringe. I need paper, pencil. I'm a good old-fashioned paper girl. So with that being said, I use binders, and I use loose leaf notebook paper that you could put in with, with the holes that you could put right in your binder so that things could be easily moved. You don't have to tear off pages. It's all easy peasy, and it will make sense to you in just a moment. So I did have the pleasure of working with PK Smith in a group setting, as well as I've coached with him one-on-one. So what I'm about to share with you is my system that I've put together. Some of it may not make sense to you, but after tonight's call, I am willing to share my notes with all of you that I have captured from coaching with him, because I use his 6 touches. If you've worked with him or have heard of him, you may be familiar with that. If you're not, it will all make sense in just a second. So the first thing I do is everyone gets an enrollment form. So whether they're completing it, we're completing it, you need an enrollment form for every single person you bring into your business. And then after that, you may choose to use, and I had it here. Oh, here it is. The new associate checklist. Are we familiar with that? Have we seen that?
I've seen it, haven't used it.
It is not the easiest form to find in back office. I'm just letting you all know. So I will gladly forward the link to you after our presentation. So my binder is divided up by brand new person, and then people who want to get their products paid for, and then people who just want to be product users, and then the inactives. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So everyone you enroll right out of the gate gets the same treatment no matter where they're at. So that is what PK's 6 touches are. And it's too long to explain, so I'm going to email all of you the notes and what you do during your 6 touches. Are you all okay with that?
Haven't we all been on the training with PK? We've all had that.
Yes, but I would like Jesse's notes.
Okay.
Yeah. Curious. Yeah. I mean, how well do you feel like it works? Like, I mean, success-wise.
totally see a difference in the number of president's packs I enroll people on have gone up tremendously. Because before it was the 30-day, because that's what I was comfortable with. Now I start off with the Business Builders pack because it's offered for $10.99, and then I go to Presidents and Pacesetter and then 30-day. And the number of people, they're either going for Pacesetter or most likely Presidents. It's just something you have to get comfortable with.
Yeah. See, I mean, I don't know if it's our general area that we're working out of, but we live in a very poor area, and I can get Pacesetters, no problem at all. But you start throwing out the $500 and people are like, I don't think so. I mean, it's
Are you leading with the price, or are you leading with the benefits?
Well, I mean, I never do price until the very last second. And that's just simply because, you know, I mean, I do try to focus on all the good things that our products have to offer. But I mean, like, I have one person that like wants to enroll so bad, but like her husband's a dairy farmer. You know what I mean? Like, they are poor. They don't even buy groceries. You know what I'm saying? Like, they use a food card. So, you know, those are just some of the people.
Right.
Not all of them, obviously. But
well, and you just said the key word. Those are some. And yes, we all have some of those.
Yeah.
That it's not going to be in their budget, no matter what you try to say or offer them. They're going to have that mindset. So, and that's why I think it's super important to get everybody enrolled in Healthy Mind and Body, because one thing I'm noticing, and I'm going to school for nutrition as well, is that weight loss is more up here than it is here. And until we try to help them up here, it's, you know.
I totally agree with that. It's a mind.
So, totally. So anyway, go ahead.
I'm just going to put this out there. I hear what you're saying, but I also think that's a mindset thing, that's your mindset, that the people around here can't afford it. Even though you might see that people around there can't afford it, but people can afford whatever they decide they want. I mean, people that have no money drive F-150s that are brand new.
Right.
So,
and I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, and I totally agree with you on that. But you know, some people can afford it and some people can't. And the ones that are not buying groceries or starve themselves, I don't know. There's apparently a lot of them that live around here. I don't know what the deal is, but
there's people out there, Tessa, who need you.
Yes. Yeah.
So in addition to, have you seen PK's 6-touch form?
Yes.
Okay.
Somewhere.
So I use this as well. Okay.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because on the side it has the dates. So when you've blocked off some time to work your business, you need to put the dates in your planner as to when you are supposed to contact this, you know, new enrollee and what the purpose is. Is it a general referral bonus call? Is it a day 5 miracle phone call? And then the notes that I'm sending you will explain what to say verbatim on each of these phone calls.
Jessie, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so you're putting the enrollment form in there, and then you're putting that multiple page that in there, and then you're putting the PK thing behind it.
Correct. So this goes in my first tab for new enrollees. And then once you've completed your 6 touches with PK, it then decides where are they falling into. Are these people who want to get their products paid for? Are they just happy product users? And then depending on where they fall in there, the people who want to get their products paid for, you want to be inviting them to your own launch parties. And in my notes lists every single different type of launch party that PK offers. So you'll have a menu of different types of launch parties to offer and do. So these people who want to get their products paid for, you want them to be a part of your launch experience so that they can shadow you and see what you're doing so that they feel comfortable enough to go out and do it on their own. or whether you're going to their house and doing it for them. You guys decide what that looks like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Sarah, you're frozen. Are you there? Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay. So now, after the 6 touches, you're then going to take all this paperwork that you have and put it under the appropriate tab. People wanting products paid for, product users, or have they fallen into the deep black hole and now they've gone inactive? So you'll hear Cindy say that she does reconnect with her inactives from time to time. So you definitely want to keep all that paperwork in your inactive tab. The people who are wanting just a product experience, you may want to connect with them once every other month, or when a new product comes out, like, you know, the pina colada shake just came out, you might want to just send them a text message or an email saying, hey, just wanted to check in, make sure you're aware we have this great product, blah, blah, blah. And then those that want to get their products paid for, you want to be in touch with them at least once a week or every other week. And that's my system.
Once a week or every other week, you're in touch with every person that you've enrolled? If they're not?
No, only those that want to move forward and get their products paid for.
Okay.
The leader, so to speak.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Those people you want to be in touch with consistently. The product users is just when there's a new product, or at least every other month, like once a quarter, just to say, hey, how are you doing? I wanted to be certain you're aware that we also have these other products that might be of interest to you. Just to be certain that they're aware. If they're in it for the product, we want to be certain that they know all the products that are available in their superfood store.
Right.
Because some people just get so set on ordering that thing that they forget everything else. That makes sense.
That is a great, I'm glad you said that, because a while back, I, for the first time, tried that bamboo face stuff, and I love it. Like, when I'm bringing in the big bucks like Cindy, I'm going to buy the face stuff and use it all over my body. That's how much I love it. But what I did is I contacted a lady, and I said, hey, just a reminder that your auto ship is coming up. And by the way, let me tell you about my new favorite product. And she ordered it.
Oh, nice.
Mm. And I get more thank yous for reminding me. Thank you so much for informing me. I mean, I get more thank yous than people getting pissed off that I've connected with them.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings up a question I have, Jessie, or anybody on the call. You know, when they first enroll and then their month is up, you know, I go on and I show them how to fill their, manage their auto ship and how to do all that, whatever. And then, I encourage them to put the date on their calendar or reminder on their phone, but it seems like people, if they're not even as involved as I am, like, I know when my auto ship is coming up, but it seems like I feel like I'm either it goes out and they're like, oh, I didn't know I had an order coming, or I feel like I'm reminding people, should I not be doing that? Like, how do I get them to be self-sufficient, or are you guys reminding everybody every month?
And the day 14, the compliment call, is where I would say, okay, you're 2 weeks away from when your auto ship needs to go out. Let's take a look at what you're running low on so that you're not running low on these products that people are noticing you look wonderful. Like, whatever those compliments are, bring it back up to remind them how good they look, or how good people are saying they look, or how good they feel. Put that emotion back into it. And just remind them we don't want them to be out of their product to continue the progress. And that's why it's important to find out their goals from the very beginning, because they're never going to reach their goals in the first 30 days. And that first 30 is when they need us the most.
Right.
So Janice, is your question like, do you still remind every month? Is that what you're asking? Or are you just talking about the very first month?
Yeah, well, no, the very first month, obviously, I, kind of walk them through how to manage their auto ship and, put everything in their cart and make sure they push the confirm auto ship button. Just, I have them on their computer, I'm on my computer, and kind of just make sure they do it. But then it doesn't seem like they put reminders on their calendar of, like, I have, all of a sudden I'll get a message from somebody like, oh, I got an email that I have an order coming. And it's like, yeah, it's your auto ship. We talked about this. You know what I mean? Or I'll like today I sent a message like, did you remember your auto ship goes out tomorrow? And they're like, oh no, I didn't remember. Like we talked about that. Like I just feel like
not everybody is going to be like us.
I
have a
know.
lot of people,
So are
like,
you guys
I
like,
remind everyone.
so you remind everyone every month?
Yeah.
What do the rest of you do?
What?
I typically will remind like people maybe their first auto ship that they have going out, but after that, you know, I mean, you're big, put on your big girl underwear, big boy underwear, whatever you want to call it. But I will say that when I remind people, they tend to buy more.
Right. That's why I do it.
Sarah, what system do you use to keep track of everybody's auto ship?
I just look. I don't know. I don't look. I wouldn't say that I go all the way.
We do help each other keep track of that. I will say.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't look at sometimes I look at Tessa's people, but not all the time. But like, I watch my back office like a hawk. So I know exactly when someone's order is supposed to go, and if it doesn't go, I call them or I text them, I message them, and I'm like, hey, did you? But I don't know. A lot of the people I know pretty well too, that I can say, hey, I don't have to do it with everybody. The people that do it on their own, I don't do it. But if it's people that I know don't, I specifically say, hey, did you remember that your auto ship's, coming up in a couple of days? And they'll go, oh no, I didn't know. And then they'll fix it or, add more to their order. So.
Right. And I feel that's what I'm doing. I feel like I'm reminding people a lot, and I just feel like I kind of want to get away from that. Like, how do I get them to just be self-sufficient from the start, I guess?
Let it go out one time without you reminding them. That's how you get them to be self-sufficient, to be honest with you. Just like we do with kids.
I mean, it's okay to do it for the first couple of months, but then and just remind them, you're going to want to put this date in your calendar, but go a few days before in case you need to revise your cart and add something or, put something else in there.
I get, for me, it's mostly new people, or like I have a lot that just do it on their own that I don't have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that I know that every month never do, those are the ones that I make sure that I
right.
do. Right.
All right.
So that's the logistics. It's a matter of finding those blocks of time but then again, keep in mind 80% of our time should be enrolling / prospecting, so that the 20% of the time that we have left is doing stuff like this, the leadership side.
Well, and I'll say, Jessie, what's your take on this? Because 80% of our time should be enrolling. I'd love if 80% of my time was enrolling. I mean, they say that all the time. The truth is, I'm not enrolling people 80% of my time because I don't have that many people to enroll yet. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when they say that.
Thank you, Sharon. I love that you just said that, because seriously, like when they say that, I'm like, for real?
Yeah. So no wonder I like to think of the way out in the sun, because I don't have 80% of my time today enrolling people. So like, I'd like to get down to the nitty gritty of that statement. I mean, it makes sense, but let's talk about, not here, but I want to hear, okay, if 80% of my time should be enrolling, tell me what to do in that 80% of my time that I should be enrolling so that I can get people to enroll. Don't just tell me to enroll 80% of my time, because that's not going to happen.
How do you find that many people? That's what I would like to know.
And where are I'm not enrolling. I'm working with my downline to get enrollments. So I guess that counts as 80% of the time, not 80%.
Yeah, does that count if we're helping our people get people? Because I'm
with you, Tessa. I mean, I'm thinking when they say 80% of my time should be enrolling, I'm thinking enrolling my people.
Oh, well, but I think helping your downline enroll and promote also counts. Mm-hmm. Because you're not always going to have people that are ready to enroll every single day, every single minute of every.
Right.
That's just not going to happen.
Right.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
I wish.
I mean, I take it as I'll work out at the gym 80% of the time with a isogenic shirt and isogenic cup and advertise that way.
That's what I say too.
I like that.
I have to get leads somewhere since I'm restricted on Facebook. I have to do it when I'm out and about. So
So most of your leads are cold contacts then, basically.
the majority of my team came from the gym.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, Jesse, I just went yesterday and looked at a gym for that exact reason. I mean, of course, it would be 2 hours of driving and 1 hour at the gym, but I'm not kidding. It's an hour there, hour back. But that's exactly what I was thinking.
I have 3 memberships for that reason.
Well, so does Cindy. Cindy does that.
Mm-hmm. And it's a write-off.
Oh, that's even more beautiful. What about, like, I used to run a lot of races. If I go with an isogenic shirt on and plan to talk to people about, because I'm honestly running faster than I've ever ran in my life, and I'm 35.
35. She says it like that's old.
I know most people, you know, like when I was in my 20s, I wasn't running this fast. I
would love to shave 15 years off of my life. Jeez.
But still, what I'm saying is, you know, like most people are fast in their younger years,
right?
Not when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even training to run. Okay, and I went out and ran a 5K at a 7:30 pace.
Wow.
I mean, I used to be able to do a 7:40, a 7:45, but like, and it was at 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I
could run for my life.
The Knox, what is it you like the best?
I do like that a lot. Mm-hmm.
It's all good. I'll take Knox the night before because I go to the gym for 6:30. So I take Knox before I go to bed. And then I take my Power with my Ionics and my E-Shot all in the same cup and drink it like 10 minutes.
Wait, what's Power? Which one's that?
The Amped Power.
I'm going to shut this recording off, guys. Is that all right?
Yep.
Bye, everybody.